Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and in this video, we're looking at the MMI Turret 300 meter dive watch. The company is based out of Singapore, and these watches are currently available on Kickstarter. The early bird pricing for the NH35 Seiko movement is $279. And then you also have the option to upgrade to the SW200 movement for $419. They come with the leather watch roll and a Tropic rubber strap. And they come on this nice bracelet as well. So these are two of the, well, there's quite a few different color options. There's 6 with the date, and there's 4 colors with no date, and then there's another 4 colors that they call the heritage models, which have this vintage loom here. You can see it on this model here in my hand. And then they also have a date and no date version of this full loom dial. Actually, I'll show you on my phone here those other watches. They're the other colors. So you have black, navy blue, which this one here is navy blue. Sorry, let's start with the date colors. Black, navy blue, quicksilver, and pitch black, which looks like it has a DLC coating, but doesn't come with a bracelet. It comes with that leather strap and then the Tropic NATO strap. Then also they have this additional blood red and ocean green. Then these are the no date versions: steel black, navy blue, gunmetal gray, and pitch black. And then you have these heritage collection with the vintage loom: black, blue, gray, pitch black. And then finally you have your full loom dials here: no date and date. So just a quick look at the different colors there. This one is the date version. So the owner did send me an email with some of the changes. In particular on this model here, he's going to widen the size of the cutouts for the date here. And also he's changing the color of that date indicator to a bright orange, maybe matching the color of the orange there. I'm not sure exactly what the orange will look like, but when I did my unboxing, that's one thing I noticed with this watch. At least with my eyes, I can't really see the date that well, but now that I know what I'm looking for, I can see that color indicator there. So it's a unique feature, and it is with that NH35 movement. So I'm sure the date wheel just has that color on it there. So very unique. I've not come across that very often. I think I've seen an Oris watch or something like that, but not at a micro brand. So that's very, very neat. Sapphire Crystal. And then this bezel is something unique for a micro brand, at least that I know of. This is a IP-coated stainless steel bezel insert. So ion-plated stainless steel bezel insert. And that's really not all that common on any other watches either. I actually have in my possession a watch that does have an IP-coated bezel. So just for a quick comparison, let's look at that. This is my Seiko SBDC 055. So this has an ion-plated bezel insert as well, stainless steel. So it's just it's pretty unique, and I appreciate that they went ahead and did that for this watch. I think it came out really well. So this is black with the more modern loom, and then this is navy blue with the vintage loom. In my unboxing, I had mistakenly called this black, but it's not. It's navy blue. I actually like the color of this. The vintage loom and on the indices, and the bezel insert looks great with this navy color. This looks very good. If I were to buy one of these, and I am actually considering it, even though I have way too many other watches, but these are good value, I would buy this color combination right here. This is killer looking. And also the full lume is cool too. It looks good in the nighttime, obviously, but I don't know, just something about this navy color looks very good to my eye. So let's go over the dimensions. These are very good dimensions, especially for a smaller wrist like mine. 47.2 lug to lug, 40 millimeter case diameter. Not much of a diameter. There's a little bit of a curve to it, but it's a little more squared off than, something like a SKX or something along those lines. Just happen to have one here. So anyway, back to the dimensions. 47.2 by 40, 13.5 thick. So bring the SKX over here again. It's essentially the same thickness, but the turret is rated to 300 meter depth and the SKX is only 200. So the thickness is really not that bad considering it's a 300 meter depth rated watch. And then the lug width is 22 and that tapers down to 20. And it's a solid bracelet, solid end links with quick release, very nice touch. Also, I really appreciate the female end links so it doesn't extend the lug to lug out beyond the watch case itself. And you'll see on my wrist, my smaller wrist, that works very well too. So back to the clasp. Stainless clasp, stainless stamped clasp with the safety catch there. Double deployant. And this portion here is milled. You have 5 micro adjusts, which is great. I did size this for my wrist, and I've taken out all the links except for one. So if you have a smaller wrist than mine, maybe even going down to, I don't know if 6 would work, but 6 1/4 should be fine. 6 inches might actually work that I'm thinking about it, but you'll see it on my wrist in a moment. So went over the colors, the different date options. So the reason why they went with the IP-coated stainless steel bezel insert is it's more durable than the aluminum, and also it's less brittle than a sapphire insert or a ceramic insert. I think this will be pretty scratch resistant, but it would not be as scratch resistant as sapphire or ceramic, but it would be much better than a anodized aluminum bezel insert. So let me get this on wrist. I'll try them both on wrist. I did not size this one, so you can see you get plenty of links with this. I would say you could go up to 8-inch wrist with this. So let's get this on wrist, and then after that we'll go into the loom shot. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you go ahead and do so. Hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this. If you're gonna back these on the Kickstarter campaign. I think last time I checked there was 21 more of the early birds, but let's just take a quick look here. Maybe if I can get it open. Let's see what this says. So back to project 279. Okay, now there's 22 left, so not sure what's going on with that. 22 with the NH35 movement, and then I think there was still some spots left with the SW200. There we go. Where am I going? Okay, so there's 10 spots left of 28 for the SW200 movement if you wanted the Swiss movement. So let's get back into the wrist shot. Again, I have a 6.5-inch wrist with a 52 millimeter wristband. And the lug to lug on this is, again, 47.2. So I think it's a great fit for my wrist and even larger wrist. And here we are zoomed out a bit. So you could probably put both of these on at the same time. Since I've not sized this one. Yeah, look at that. I can put it on without opening the clasp. So I don't know what this will prove, but let's see if I can get them both on wrist. To give you a little idea of, well, they're the same size, but usually the white looks a little bit larger than a darker dial. Man, that navy is so cool. The way the light hits that and it just changes the color. It almost looks like a heat blued hands on a nicer watch. That's kind of what that navy blue reminds me of. Yeah, the navy blue with this vintage loom just looks so good. So speaking of the loom, let me pause the video and I'll be right back with the loom comparison. Well, not really comparison, but you'll see the loom between both of these here. All right, so I didn't mention in this video, but these are prototypes and the loom is supposed to be improved as well in the production models. So this will just give you kind of an idea of what they're looking at for loom. I think the Heritage model has radium loom, but you guys can go check that out on their Kickstarter. I will leave a link to the Kickstarter campaign. Personally, the loom isn't on my priority list of what I'm looking for in a watch. I look more for the dial color and the style of the watch, but this full loom dial has plenty of loom. It's not nearly as bright by eye as what it is on the camera, but it still is quite impressive. And both of these bezel inserts are loomed as well. So I think that will conclude this video. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.